mistletoe is hung where you can see. Somebody waits for you. Kiss her once for me. Have a holly jolly Christmas. And in case you didn't hear, oh by golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year. Santa baby, slip a Rolex under the tree for me. I've been an awful good guy, Santa buddy, and hurry down the chimney tonight. Santa buddy, a 65 convertible to steel blue. I'll wait up for you, do, Santa buddy, and hurry down the chimney tonight. Think of all the fun I missed. I think of all the hotties that I never kissed. Next year I could be just as good if you check off my Christmas list. Santa Pally, I want a yacht, and really that's not a lie. I've been a sweetie all year, Santa buddy, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Santa buddy, one thing that I really do need, the deed.
This is the last call for anyone that would like seconds or thirds or fourths or whatever you do tonight. This is the last call for that before we clear the tables. Your servers in just a moment are going to be delivering dessert to your table. We have vanilla cake and chocolate cake, so you can tell your server which you prefer. So that is coming to your table right now. We're going to take this time to let you know, please turn off or put on vibrate your cell phones. We appreciate that. Once the show starts tonight, once Michael Joyner is on stage, we're going to ask that you limit your movement inside of the house. We'll talk more about this in just a second. But we ask, please, that you limit your movement and also turn your cell phone off. We certainly would appreciate that. And we're going to get this show started here in just a couple minutes. This is the last call for dinner. If you would like seconds, this is it.
I really do believe in you. Now let's see if you believe in me. Santa Poppy forgot to mention one little thing. Cha-ching. No, I don't mean as alone, Santa buddy. So hurry down the chimney tonight.
Let's find that out. Thank you.
Hurry down the chimney tonight. Oh, hurry down the chimney tonight.
He's getting some. Is everything all right?
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart beeline. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. From now on, our troubles will be miles away. Here we are, as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. Through the years, we all will be together, if the fates allow. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas now. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. Through the years, we all will be together, if the fates allow. So hang a shining star above the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas now. The snow's coming down. I'm watching for lots of people around. Baby, please come home. The church bells in town.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, thanks for being here tonight. We're going to be introducing Michael Joyner here in just a little bit, and you're going to laugh the night away over him. But first, every year, we love to have this next gentleman with us. Why? Because he is the best at what he does. 96 years old, he still tours the country. But I hear that he's got an alias tonight, and he's got somebody else to come in his place. Now, you know Dave Welburn, but Dave's not here tonight. I want you to put your hands together as you eat your dessert tonight for Cowboy Dave. Come on, will you put your hands together for him?
May have to adjust this a little bit here. Get it down where I can talk. I was out west back in the fall last year on tour, and somebody asked me if I was a cowboy. And I I'll get out where you can see what I told him. I said, yeah, I'm a cowboy. He said, where's your horse? I said, don't have a horse, but I got the place where he goes. I want to do a song, and this is for the pastor's wife. About 3 or 4 years ago, I just learned this from a friend of mine who's long gone on now. Christmas song, and a year later, she won't know if I do the song. I thought she'd forgotten it. I think one of the greatest Christmas songs ever written. In the Bible we read of our dear Savior's birth, the plan of salvation at last came to earth. He left heaven's bright city for a world that was lost, and redeemed fallen man when he died on the cross. Don't leave him in a manger at Christmas this year. Make him Lord of your life. Let him live ever near. For that babe in the manger was God's only son, and the world's greatest story had only begun. He died on a cross, but he rose the third day, and he sits at the Father's right hand when we pray. Holy Spirit, please help us this message to bring. From a child in a manger, he'll return King of Kings. Don't leave him in a manger at Christmas this year. Make him Lord of your life. Let him live ever near. For that babe in the manger was God's only son, and the world's greatest story had only begun. Hey, thank you so much. Not too long ago, I wrote a song, and it's kind of the second verse is a kind of teaching people how to visit folks. And I dedicated this to a lot of the ladies cross country in our churches, because some of them just make a little mistake, and you'll know what I'm talking about when I sing this second verse. Howdy, everybody, how are you? Please don't reply with all the troubles you go through. I have troubles of my own, that just laugh and carry on. I found out it's the best thing I could do. And worry only makes a matter worse. It'll take you for a slow ride in a hearse. So live life day by day, laugh and smile and sing and pray. You'll find out it'll help you on your way. Now listen to this verse. Don't visit anyone who is ill. Start telling them about your sickness and your pain, or they'll be glad when you're gone and thank God they're left alone, and hope you never visit them again. And worry only makes a matter worse. It can take you for a slow ride in a hearse. Live life day by day, laugh and smile and sing and pray. You'll find out it will help you on your way. Thank you. If somebody out there will just lick your lips real quick, it'll help me a whole lot. because mine's dry as a bone. through proxy, just lick your lips for me, okay? I've got something I'm going to try to read to you up here because I did it last year and had a request for it. And a young man asked me if I could do it. When I found out, I had to rewrite it and everything. But he just jumped up and down. Man, I want to try to record that tonight. But listen, right over at 13, over by the coffee, my wife's over there. I've got several of my CDs. I don't want to put a lot of stuff out because the young man's going to follow me here. Is going to tickle all of us about half to death. And I don't want to mess. He's got out there, and I don't want to mess him up. But I do have some back there. And with 4 Christmas songs, make a pretty good Christmas present. So I'll be back there in a few minutes. I'm not going to hold you long here. The candlelight was gleaming, the cowboys gathered round. It was Christmas Eve, but no Santa could be found. They did not look for Santa, they were thinking all the day. When Jesus came to Bethlehem, they all knelt to pray. With a mouth harp and an old guitar, they made the prairie ring. Sounded more like angels when they began to sing. The moon shone on the sagebrush, ice covered, what a sight. Christ was praised by hearts aglow that cowboy Christmas night. No matter where we are now, at this time of the year, let's sing our Christmas carols and know that He is near. I know that He will bless us when we begin to sing. So let's sing like the cowboys did and make the joy bells ring. That's a song I just wrote, and I'm going to cut it off because I don't have long enough to do the whole song. But I believe we ought to be out telling everybody about the Lord, especially around this time of the year, because some of the people, even in our government, they're trying to get rid of Christmas and everything. But I'm thankful that we can come together and celebrate the birth of our Lord. Aren't you? What a great day to celebrate. I mean, what a great way to celebrate, sitting around the table laughing and talking with friends. I told my wife, I said, I ate early. They let me eat early. And I didn't want to eat and then run right up here, you know, and it's bad enough to belch, but belching when you're trying to sing don't work too good. Okay? Let me lay my guitar down. I'll be right back. Hey, this is the darkest place I've ever been to try to read something. But I've got to try to please that young man. I told him I'd do this again. How many has ever heard the Cajun people in Louisiana talk? I mean the real Cajun folks. How many remember the old Night Before Christmas poem we've had for years in this country? Night before Christmas, all through the house, not a creature stirring, and all that, you know. This is a Cajun night before Christmas, and I want to do it, and I'll probably just get this done and have to leave because I've got to open up this stage. We got something coming on that I've already laughed at some of his stuff, and when I get tickled, I can't quit. So you know, I'll try to read all this. The night before Christmas. 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house, there ain't a tang passed, not even one of them mouse, no. The children been nestled good snug on the floor, and Mama passed the paper through the crack in the door. Don't know if you've ever seen people do that, but I have, down in the mountains where I was born. Keep the wind from blowing everything off the table, you know. Then Mama in the fireplace done rose up the ham, stir the jambalaya, and make baked the yam. When out on the bayou we heard such a noise, such a clatter, I'll get it right here in a minute, sound like old Boudreaux done fall from his ladder. I ran like a rabbit to got to the door, slip over the dog and fall flat on the floor. When I look out the door and it lighted the moon, I think, man, you gone crazy. It done got old too soon. 'Cause there on the bayou, when I stretch my neck stiff, there's 8 alligators pulling a skiff. And a little fat drover with a long poling stick. I knew right now that got to be St. Nick. More faster and faster the gator they came. He whistled and hollered and called all the name. Hey Gaston, ha Pierre, ha Ale, G Nanette, G Suzette, Celeste and Renee. I hope I got all 8 of them there. To the top of the poach, to the top of that wall, make sure, crawl alligator, be sure you don't fall. Like Andy Flo's cat to the treetop he fly when the old hound dog come run himself by. Second page. Like that on the poach, them old gator climb with a skiff full of playthings and St. Nicholas behind. Then on the poach roof, it sound like the hail when all them big gators done shot down their tail. When down the chimney, he yelled with a bam, and St. Nicholas done fall and set on the yam. So Clay, he exclaimed, in my pants got a hole, 'cause that done shot myself down on them red hot coals. He got on his foot and he jumped like a cat out on the floor and he landed with a splat. He was dressed all in muskrat from his head to his foot, and his clothes, they all dirty with ashes and soot. A sack full of plaything he throw on his back. He looked like a burglar, and that was a fact. His eyes, how they shine, and how they look merry. I believe he done drink from a bottle of sherry. Then on second thought, maybe he been drink the wine of Stromberry, because I don't even know what that one, I know what the blackberry are. His cheek like a rose, his nose like a cherry. On second thought, maybe he lap up the sherry with snow white chin whiskers and a quivering belly. Let me see what I got here. He shook when he laughed like the strawberry jelly. Kind of hard to see this up here. But a wink with his eye and a shook of his head make my confidence that I don't got to be scared. And then he done do much talking. He go right to his work, put plaything in socks. And then he done said with a jerk, got to turn it upside down here. He put Bodie's hand down on top of his head, cast an eye on the chimney, and then he done said, with all that fire and them burning hot flame, me, I ain't going back the way that I came. So he ran out the door and he climbed to the roof. He ain't no fool him to make one more goof. But he jumped in his skiff and he cracked with his big whip, and the gator make a move down and don't make a slip. And I hear him shout loud when a splashing he go. Merry Christmas to all till I saw you some more. Thank you. Now, if I can get a hold of this paper down here and get back up. Isn't this a great guy? He's done a good job around this country for a long time, and I appreciate that so much. I want to read you this. Grandpa Jones recorded a song years ago. How many remember Grandpa? He's on Hee Haw. Grandpa Jones? Anyway, I can't sing this because I can't play the guitar and read this, you know, in the kind of lights I got here. Anyway, it's called I'm My Own Grandpa. Did you ever hear that? Many, many years ago, when I was 23, I was married to a widow, as pretty as could be. This widow had a grown-up daughter who had hair of red. My father fell in love with her, and soon they two were wed. That made my dad my son-in-law and changed my very life. My daughter was my mother because she was my father's wife. And to complicate the matter, even though it brought me joy, I soon became the father of a bouncing baby boy. My little baby then became a brother-in-law to Dad. And so he became my uncle, though it made me very sad. For if it was my uncle, then must have also made him brother of the widow's grown-up daughter, who was also my stepmother. Father's wife then had a son who kept them on the run, and he became my grandchild, for he was my daughter's son. My wife is now my mother's mother, and it makes me blue because although she is my wife, she's my grandmother too. Now, if my wife is my grandmother, then I'm her grandchild, and even though I think of it, nearly drives me wild. For now I have become the strangest case you ever saw. As husband of my grandmother, I am my own grandpa. I'm my own grandpa. It's funny, I know, but it really is so. I am my own grandpa. Well, that's about all I got for you tonight.
Come on, put your hands together for Dave Wilburn. Cowboy Dave, right up here. We're so thankful for you, Dave. Dave is 96 years old, still travels the country singing and preaching and sharing the word. We're grateful to you, Dave. Thanks so much. We love you to death. Well, tonight, we want to give you just a couple instructions. We know there's a lot of getting up going on, and we want you to be as still as possible. Turn your chair in this direction, because over the next few minutes, you're going to want to make sure all of your attention is right up here on stage. So get yourself comfortable, turn your chair around where you need it, and let's get ready. We want to make sure that you cut all your cell phones either off or vibrate. Tell everybody in the world they don't need you for the next hour, because you're going to laugh a little bit. Are you ready? Our comedian tonight has worked all across the nation at comedy clubs, at colleges, at grand openings for Waffle House. I mean, you can't get much better than that. He's also a contributing writer for Jay Leno, a film and TV actor in many faith-based films. If you were here this morning, you saw a couple of the trailers for those. Sony Pictures' The Grace Card is one of those films. Fantastic film. We want to encourage you to go out, buy that at his table. He'll talk more about that. Share that with your family this holiday season. Also, Pure Flix, Heaven Bound. You want to see that. Great film. And he just signed a big cable TV deal. Isn't that great? It's awesome. He's going to be getting HBO and 39 other channels for only $40 a month. I tell you, you can't get much better than that. I want you to put your hands together tonight for a big old Montclair Tabernacle welcome to God's smart aleck, Michael Joyner. Come on, Michael.
Keep it going, folks, right there for one of my favorite people in the whole wide world, Brad Lewis. Come on, keep it going. No, I'm serious. Pastor Brad, We're good buddies. And how about for my opening act? Was he fantastic? Oh, my goodness. Dave, 96 years old. My goodness, that's something. That's something else right there, 96. I was thinking, we better hurry up with this. Shoot. Pastor Brad's like, you want to come to our church and do comedy? Only if there's a steeple in front of me. I didn't even notice that till just now. That reminds me of a joke. I'm going to start off with a little joke. This guy, this husband and wife is talking, and the wife says to her husband, she says, won't be long now before you hear the pitter-patter of little feet. Boy, she wasn't lying. 3 days later, she ran off with a midget. Can you believe that? That's just not right. He was about that big, I think. That's why that reminded me. You folks are terrible. I knew you'd be terrible. I knew it. I knew I could say whatever I want. Oh, man, what a fun group. And my friend Linda is here. Linda, you hear her laughing over there? You may know Linda from the video Grandma's Gone Wild. I don't know if you've ever seen that. What table you at? The Last Supper, for crying out loud? What is going on there? Look at that. Jesus, Judas. Who else we got? Paul, Peter, Bartholomew. How you folks doing? We're going to get the comedian out here in a little bit. You just hang in there, okay? Oh, what a fun group. I knew you'd be fun after this morning, man, so I'm looking forward to this. I know a lot of you have been Christmas shopping. Who's been Christmas shopping? A lot of you? I was at the mall the other day. I know we got a lot of parents here, too. Isn't this true? You can always tell where the Christian families are when you're at the mall, because they're the ones yelling at their kids, and they all got biblical names. Caleb, Joshua, Beelzebub, get over here. Moses, put down that snake. I was at Kmart the other day because I got money. Almost bought that shirt, and I'm kidding. I wouldn't wear that. I was at Kmart. I encourage you, if you have young kids, live near a Kmart. That way you won't go too far if you need to spank them. Because I'm pretty sure that's the law. There's always at least 2 or 3 getting a whipping whenever I go in there. Sometimes you even hear, beatings aisle 6, beatings aisle 6. And some of these parents, especially the moms, will go off anytime when their kids in Kmart. I was standing in line at Kmart the other day. I hear this lady behind me go, whack, put that candy down. I'm like, come on, lady, I'm not even your kid. Here's what my sister does when she yells at her kids, and it drives me nuts. She'll yell at them. They don't behave right away, she'll start counting. 1, 2, 3, then they'll behave. Otherwise, she'll keep counting. 5,786. Don't make me go to 1,000,000. I know where she got that. She got that from my dad when we were little. So if he used to just go 1, bam! He wouldn't hit us, just get right in our face and go, bam! Kind of a wacko. I used to get in a lot of trouble as a little kid for being a smart aleck. I remember one time my sister was impersonating my dad, so I told on her. I said, Dad, Jennifer's impersonating you. He goes, tell her to stop. So I said, Jennifer, quit acting like an idiot. There comes my dad, bam! I like how some of you moms deal with it. When you're in a public place, your kid does something kind of dumb. You don't want to attract attention, so you do that ventriloquist thing. If you don't put that toy down right now, I'm going to spank your butt so hard when we get home. Did you hear what I said? Did you hear what I said? I hear you, but your lips ain't moving. Don't you get smart with me. I will spank your... That's why Charlie Brown's parents talk like that. They were yelling at him. Oh, man, I used to get so many spankings when I was little. And if you're my age, you know this is true because we learned early on not to do anything that had a long description. Because that's how you got spanked, according to how long it took to describe the offense. Don't you ever, those 3 are free. Don't you ever put a firecracker in the cat's butt and light it again. So if one of our friends had some crazy idea, we'd have to count the syllables. Don't you ever go in the neighbor's pool in your underwear? I'm not doing that. Are you kidding me? Can't we just pull your sister's hair? It can handle that. So I was doing some Christmas shopping. I was at the mall by my house, and they got this store at the mall called As Seen on TV. Yeah. Or as I call it, this stuff doesn't work anything at all like I saw on TV. They got this stuff called pumper upper underwear. It has a pump and it gives a person a J-Lo butt. I'm serious. You think I write a joke that stupid? Blow up underwear that makes your butt look bigger. It must be selling pretty good because I was at the Golden Corral. Oh, man. Everybody had a pair. You got it? Did you hear what she said? She got a pair, she said. If she ain't the best sport in the whole world. That's what happens when you bring your own tequila. Anyway. Okay, I'm right there at the line. I'm going to stop right there. So I was at the Walmart. They just built a new 24-hour Walmart by my house. You guys got that, the 24-hour Walmart? Thank God for that. I don't know how many times I woke up at 3 a.m. going, I need some underwear and a cantaloupe right now. "24-hour Walmart." Every time I walk in there, I think, can we get a few more lights in here, please? It's not bright enough. Man, that place is bright. People go, where'd you get your tan? Walmart. I do 20 minutes a week in the shampoo section. Place is huge. I saw people hitchhiking. Anybody going with the vitamins? Anybody? Believe it or not, I got my glasses at Walmart. They have an optometry section there. Took the eye exam and everything at Walmart. That's pretty foolproof, the eye exam. You guys done that? It's like, okay, Mike, cover your right eye. Read the top line. OACD. Okay, cover your left eye. Read the same line. The OACD line, you want to read that one? WKLM. So I was glad to see you guys got a dollar store in town because I got an anniversary coming up. Settle down, I got her 2 things. I'm such a sucker for the dollar store. Anybody else a sucker? You got to go to the dollar store? I love that place, man. Always shopping there, trying to save money. I don't know why I always shop there. Last summer, I bought this gigantic can of ant spray. Used the entire can trying to kill 9 ants. The only ones that died were the ones that couldn't swim. So I'm at this dollar store because when I travel, I like to get my little supplies there. I'm at this dollar store. I got all these items. And first of all, the cashier is like scanning stuff at the dollar store. One item won't go through. She keeps trying it. I'm thinking, if she calls for a price check, I'm going to punch her. She keeps trying it. Finally, I'm like, pretty sure it's $1. And some of the folks who shop there are just as bad. I don't know how many times I've been in the dollar store the one somebody going, how much is this? I'm thinking, it's the dollar store. Can you memorize that? One time I said it right to their face. I got fired, but it was worth it. What a fun group you guys turned out to be. I was outside. Somebody was on their cell phone as I was coming in. I like pacing around people I don't know when they're on their cell phone and going, dude, you about done? I got to make a call. I got Sprint for my service. Sprint's great. Get service anywhere in the world as long as it's not going by a tree or a bush. Got that voice dial where you just say the name, right? Except it's not like on the commercial. In the commercial, it's like, call Bob. Hey, Bob, what's up? You get the phone, it's more like, call Bob. Did you say Bill? Barb? Bob? Bob. Did you want Bob's cell? Bob's home? Bob's cousin from Utah? Bob's cell. Did you say Bob's cell? Yes. Did you say yes? Yes. Press 1 if you said yes. You pressed 2. Did you mean to press 2? Press 1 if you meant to press 2. It might be quicker to call Bob yourself. I called my friend on his cell phone not too long ago. I got this message. You ever get this message? Sorry, I'm away from my phone right now. Oh, yeah? Well, you might want to get one of those cell phones you can take with you. They got those now. I think that's a big lie. I think the only reason not to answer your phone these days is because you don't want to talk to the person, right? And I'm honest with people. That's why if you call my phone, you get this message. Hi, it's Mike. I have caller ID. Bye. I hate when I'm talking to somebody on the phone, they don't differentiate between our conversation when they start talking to somebody else. I was talking to my friend the other day. I'm like, hey, man, you coming to my show this weekend? He's like, yeah, I'll be there. Just put those boxes right over there. Set those boxes on the porch. Sorry, man, I was talking to somebody else. I wish you would have told me. I just moved a bunch of boxes. Who's got the Samsung? That's what I got now, the Samsung 8 Plus. Anybody got the OK Google? Anybody? Okay, you know I can see you guys. It's not a video. I'm actually talking to you. You know that? I want to get ignored. I'll go home to my wife for crying out loud. Come on. How you doing, sir? We're going to get the comedian out here in a little bit, okay? You just hang in there. He's like, well, at least the food was good. What kind of phone do you have, sir? Put the gun down. I'm just kidding with you. You're not going to laugh for anything, are you? Is that a baby? Someone just have that right now while I'm talking? It's a boy. Better name him Michael. We were at a comedy show and he just popped out. How you doing, sir? I don't have lazy eye. I'm talking to you. Yes, I'm talking right to you. I'll come down there. I'm that kind of guy. I look at the one person not laughing. He looks angry. Okay, I'll come back up here. Is that your husband? It is? She's laughing. Who do you look like? An actor, somebody. Oh, no. America's Most Wanted is what it was. America's Most Wanted. But you said those guys were dead when you got there? Okay, so I feel better. I'm messing with you. What does your husband do?
He's Air Force.
Air Force. Oh, thank you, sir. I'm not going to mess with Air Force. Come on. I usually wait to the end of the show, ma'am, but thank you for your service. Appreciate it, man. Awesome. What do you do, ma'am?
I'm an MA.
MA? Ma? Ma! You knew that was coming with a comedian. Okay, so that's what you got. Any little ones?
Well, they're grown.
They're grown now? Whoa! Handsome kids there. Can't believe that happened with you. Is all her? What's their names?
Elijah and Charles.
Elijah at the mall. All right, see what I'm talking about? That's awesome, man. Thanks for coming. Now, he looks like a movie star. Look at that. Look at that. Look. What do you do? What are you going to do? You going to be like your dad and join the Air Force? You don't know yet? Are you in college? What? High school? Awesome. Okay. And how about this guy who looks so interested he can't wait to leave? I could be playing Xbox, pal. You're not going to. I was talking to you earlier, and I said I was going to get you because you were in the hallway messing with me. And this is your family also? How are you related to them? Just answer the question. It's your son? Man, young folks. I mean, you look young to have kids. Not that you're old. I mean, boy, I just dug a hole there, didn't I? Wait, your grandparents, okay. All right. And so, and who's these folks here? Wow. How long you been married here? Long time? She's like, long. I was hoping the rapture would have come already, okay? That's how doggone long we've been married. I was sure Jesus would have saved me, taken this cup from me. How long, sir? 42. Where'd you guys meet? Chuck E. Cheese? My goodness. You must have married young. Did you marry young? High school sweethearts. Okay, well yeah. Man, I'm talking to the right table. Okay. See. Oh, police officer, another hand, folks, right there. We love our men in blue. You didn't tell me that earlier. You didn't tell me that earlier. That's awesome, man. How you doing? You okay? All right, yeah. Same look I get from my wife right there. I love her. I'm messing with her. How you doing, sir? We're just going to see who's out here. Man, how big a boy are you? What are you, like 7'2"? We're going to show a movie on his back after I'm done. Look at the size of this dude. I don't even want you to stand up. What's your name?
Rafael.
What is it?
Rafael.
I like the accent. Does that get the chicks? Yes, it does. You're probably from Kentucky. Hey, man, watch me pick up this girl. Watch me pick up this girl with this accent I learned. How you doing? What's your name? Rafael. You know you're faking us out, man. Is this your lovely family right here? Man, good-looking family. Yes. Hi, how are you, man? Awesome people. Man, I love this area. So many awesome people. These folks, too, also related to you? Okay. Well, thanks for coming. Is this your church? Hi, how are you doing, man? All right, good kids. What this is your church? Awesome, man. Okay, we'll see if we can change that tonight. I'm kidding. Okay, beautiful family. So many good-looking people here. What a wonderful spirit in this place. Wonderful spirit. Okay, what else? How you doing, man? You all smiling. You having a good time?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Chris.
Chris, okay. And who's this? You know who these folks are?
My family.
Your family? Okay. That's all you're going to say? My family? You don't want to get specific? Who's this lady?
My aunt.
You had to look to see who it was? Yeah, that's her. How about this lady hoping I don't notice her? Who's this? You don't know. You picked her up hitchhiking or something? Did you just find any table and sit down? All right, man, what a fun group. I could talk to you guys all night. How you doing at this table? How long you folks been married?
51 years.
51. Your birthday's Tuesday. I got to say what I just heard here. This was funny, and I'm going to tell on you. I said, how long you been married? And right before she said 51, his mouth started to form a 4. 451. Yeah, she's right. She's right. She's got that right. I wasn't counting those first 3 years is all. I just wasn't counting. And are you retired, sir?
Yes,
And what did you do?
I was a pastor.
Oh, thank you, sir, for what you did. Where at? He was a pastor, if you didn't hear that.
Part of the time here in Virginia,
Okay.
and the rest of the time in Florida.
In what church? Church of God. Awesome. All right. So you'll get the tongues joke when I do it later. You'll get that. It's okay. I'm Pentecostal too, man. That's awesome, man. Some great people in here. Some great people. Anyway, what else was I? I forgot where I was at. I had so much fun out there. Is there no seats for you folks out there? What can we get for $1? You can stand in the hallway. Okay, we'll take it. Standing room only. I'm honored, but man, no seats. You got the babies and you're just out there? Thank you for that. I heard them crying earlier, and although I was doing jokes, I was also praying, Lord, do something about this. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Actually, they're very good. They're being very good. Very good kids. Okay. I can't lose you, of all people. Don't let me lose you. I'm going to come over there and talk to you, too, in a little bit. Linda. That's Linda. You guys know Linda? Yeah, crazy lady. You know her. Crazy lady. Oh, crazy lady. Yeah, we know. She is the best. See, I thought it was funny, and then they took up the offering, and she was laughing at that even. So I'm like, thought it was my jokes. She saw what Pastor gave. She's like, oh! That's a joke. Okay. All right, now I got to get back to where I was. Oh, yeah, I'm still on the phone stuff. I got 2 hours and a half of material yet. Oh, my gosh. Who's got the Samsung 8? Was I asking that? That's where all that came from? I know you guys. Who's got the OK Google? You got the OK Google? Greatest thing in the world, isn't it? If you've never experienced OK Google, here's how it works. If there's anything in the whole wide world that you want to know, you just take your phone out, put it right in front of your face, and say, OK, Google. Wait 3.5 minutes till you realize nothing's happening. And then just type in your question. It'll come right up. Wish I was kidding. I used to have iPhone. iPhone was no better. Siri would drive me nuts. I'd be on my way to a gig. Siri, how many more miles to Chicago? You have no files named Chicano. Chicago, stupid. Searching Cupid. Stop misquoting me and I mean it. Would you like a peanut? Man, we've come a long way with phones. I don't know how many people are my age remember the rotary phones. Remember those things? Slightly faster than sending a postcard. You'd be like... Get to a last number, mess up. Oh. Start all over. Then what came out? Finally, the first touch-tone phones. Remember the first touch-tone phones? Right? They were kind of expensive, the touch-tone phones. So they came out with this phone that wasn't as expensive that simulated a rotary. But it looked like a touch-tone. What the heck was that? You'd be like... It's a touch-tone. Finally, the first cordless phones came out. Remember the first cordless phones about the size of a minivan? People be in their front yard showing them off. Hey, what's up? Just talking on my phone. No cord. Oh, man, I'm getting thirsty here. Let me take a break. Don't go away. Oh. You thirsty? Go ahead. Oh, that's good. Okay. What else was I talking about? I had a nice flight up here. fly a lot, and sometimes I drive, but I hate driving the road construction. You guys got the crazy road construction? You do, don't you? That's right, because last time I was in D.C., I saw signs everywhere that said, end road work. Good idea. I'll sign that petition myself. Oh, I hate to say it when it's not the road construction slowing you down. It's the old folks in the fast lane. I am always getting stuck behind that old guy driving the Ford Tortoise. Blinker's been on since he bought the car. I'm not bashing old folks. I love older folks. I was talking to my grandpa the other day, man. Grandpas are great. They always got a wise proverb. You ever talk to your grandpa? He's always got some wise proverb. Make hay while the sun shines. Or you can cut the ears off a mule, but that don't make it a horse. And people will nod and agree whether they understand or not. Oh, yeah, that's so true, Grandpa. That's so true. I'm going to do that when I get really old. So I'm just going to mess with people. Say really outrageous stuff and see if they agree with me. If you use your hind end to shine an apple, you'll have 3 in the barn come morning. Okay, yeah, all right. And don't forget, you can squeeze corn out of a guinea pig's nose, but that don't mean he'll drive you to the store. Kids, get away from Grandpa. Speaking of old folks, I read where the guy who wrote the lyrics to the Hokey Pokey passed away. He was in his 80s, and heard at his funeral they had a big problem when it came time to lowering his casket into the grave. Somebody's getting ahead of me over there. First, they put the casket in. Took the casket out, put it back in, shook it all about. His friends and family's going, hey, what's this all about? So this is a busy time of year for me. I tour a lot. I was in Arkansas. Anybody here from Arkansas? Oh, yeah? Okay, I'll talk slower. You had to know something was coming. How did you not know? Anybody from Arkansas? Yeah, right here. You guys are the best sports. What? Now I got to come down there. What? Poor lady's trying to say what? You got shoes on, yeah. Put your teeth in and we'll be good. All right, so. Did she think I wasn't going to mess with her if I came down there? I'm kidding. Her teeth are in. I saw her put them in earlier. But actually, nicest people in the world in Arkansas. Really, I did a little tour there a couple years ago, and they had signs everywhere. I'm not kidding. Said Arkansas Shakespeare Festival. Do you need a punchline for that? What light that yonder window done broke over there? Romeo, Romeo, where y'all at? To be or not to be? What was the question again? I can't make fun being from Raytown, Missouri. Like I said this morning, I don't know if you heard about the guy from Raytown who won a gold medal at the Olympics. He had it bronzed and everything. True story. True story. So, yeah, I used to live in Hollywood, and first time, anybody ever visit Hollywood here? You went to Hollywood, sir? Yeah? What'd you do there, Pastor? What'd you do?
We were there for a convention. Went down Hollywood Boulevard.
Okay, what year was that?
2004.
So did you get any parking tickets? Because the parking ticket people are wacko over there. That's what I'm getting. Did you get any parking tickets? I got my first week in Hollywood, I got 3 parking tickets in 1 week. My third parking ticket, I was going to this audition. I parked my car, I read the sign 50 times. I go in, I come out. I got a ticket because my wheel was not turned towards a curb. On my way home, going down Sunset Boulevard, I see a guy in a G-string carrying a bottle of wine yelling at people. He's okay. Yeah, I guess he parked straight. I'm the big troublemaker. So who's been on a cruise? I did a cruise gig not too long. Anybody here been on a cruise? Yeah, a few of you. What cruise ship was it, sir? Do you remember? Royal Caribbean's a good one. Yeah, you've been on a couple of them? What other ones? Okay, I did this real low budget thing, the SS Satanic, I think it was called. What a nightmare, man. First of all, we're like 3.5 hours late leaving the dock. I look out, some guy in a truck's giving us a jump. Try her now. My first night there, I accidentally flushed one of my socks down the toilet, found it the next day in the pool. I think I'll skip the swimming, thank you. A lot of people falling off cruise ships for some reason. It's like once a year or so I read about someone falling off a cruise ship. You know what they need to do? They need to remind people there's one area you're not allowed to go in on a cruise ship called the ocean area. Stay out of that part. I think if you fall off a cruise ship, it's definitely your time to go, because I think even God is surprised. Well, I didn't expect that. A few years ago, I did my first overseas gig in Hong Kong. That was kind of fun. There's one American comedy club in Hong Kong. Lots of Buddhists in Hong Kong. You know how I know? They had that keychain, WWBD. I'll keep talking. You guys pick the ones you like, okay? I actually flew to Hong Kong from LA, and there's 24-hour difference. Did you know that? From LA to Hong Kong, there's 24-hour difference. You know how I found that out? I called my house. I answered. What are you doing, packing? How's the room? So obviously with this job, I fly a lot. People ask me if I'm afraid to fly these days, and I'm not. But I'll tell you what I hate. I hate these really small planes they put you on whenever you have to make a connection and it isn't near a major airport. I did this one gig, connected me like 4 times, man. The plane just kept getting smaller and smaller. Last one didn't have a pilot, just some guy on the ground holding remote control. And how is it you can learn to fly a jumbo jet but cannot learn to make an announcement over the PA without getting stumped? Every pilot in the world does the same thing. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain. We've landed. And I want to know whose great idea it was to always pass out the peanuts 2.5 hours before beverage service, after everybody's completely dehydrated. Would you like something to drink? Nah, just keep bringing me more peanuts. I'd like to resemble Lot's wife by the time we land. They finally get you. Well, they bring you a cup about that big. Well, thanks. We having communion? Did I get a wafer with us? So now I'm drinking shots of Pepsi. Ding! Set him up again, darling. Rounds for everybody. They hate when you ring that thing, man. Sometimes they don't even show up. You're like, ding! Ding, 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 ding. They finally get there. What? Where were you, in the basement? Yes, stewardess, can I get a pillow, please? Not a big pillow. One about the size of a chicklet will do. Thank you very much. First time I saw those, I thought they were earplugs. Used to fly out of LAX a lot. Oh, that's fun. I'll tell you, these X-ray people don't care who gets through there. I'll tell you who we need to get guarding the airports, those Sam's and Costco people. Because you are not getting in or out of there without proper ID. Just take those 6 cases of macaroni and cheese right back, fella. Sam's. That place in the grocery store, it's a zoo for food. You ever see the folks shopping? They're going, look at the size of that bottle of ketchup. Come on, kids, let's go see the peanut butter exhibit. Bought like one item since I joined that place, a box of potato flakes the size of Rhode Island. Should last me for a while. So I've been working out, trying to get in shape for a new movie that I'm going to go see next week. I like to look good at the theater. Don't you hate when you go to the health club and you can't find a parking space close to the door? Forget this, man. I'll come back another time. And I hate when you're at the health club and those big buff guys come up to you. Mind if I jump in with you? Especially when I'm in the shower. No! Some of these Nautilus machines are impossible to figure out. I thought I had this one figured out the other day. You kind of lay in it, lift up with your right hand, lay in the opposite direction, lift up with your left hand. Till this girl comes up to me and goes, "You about done with that tanning bed there, pal?" It's all yours, toots. So obviously I'm a very cynical, sarcastic guy, but I'm telling you, in real life, I'm trying to learn to be grateful because, man, even at my age, I'll tell you, a lot of folks dying. I'm on Facebook all the time and see somebody I know died. So I'm glad to be alive. I had to go to a funeral not too long ago, actually. Have you ever had to tell a mutual acquaintance that someone you both know died? There's always someone who'll go, "He died? I was just talking to him yesterday." Yeah, you were probably talking to him before he died. I'll tell you what I don't want at my funeral. I don't want people telling other people what I would have wanted, because they do that, don't they? He would have wanted this. He would have wanted that. No, what I would have wanted is you in that box of meat and potato salad. That's what I would have wanted. I'll get right down to it. This friend of mine who wasn't aware my mom passed away was talking to me. He goes, "Hey, how's your mom?" I said, "Well, she's with Jesus." He goes, "Oh, she died?" "Oh, she ran off with Jesus, her Mexican friend." When I was living in LA, they had a story about some guy got beat up by some monkeys. True story. He was visiting his pet monkey at some monkey zoo, like we all do. 2 other monkeys beat him up and almost killed him. And I was looking on the internet after that. People have actually been killed by monkeys. Tell you what, if I'm ever killed by a monkey, don't even come to my funeral. Because I want people crying at my funeral, not trying not to laugh. And just what do you say at that funeral? So they catch the monkey who did it, or? And you know the teasing goes on forever, right? You'll be walking around in heaven. "Hey, monkey boy." Come on, Lord, knock it off. So yeah, I try not to be too sarcastic, man, but I hate dumb questions. I was in this unfamiliar city not too long ago. I asked somebody, I go, "Hey, you know where I can get some good Chinese?" He goes, "Food?" "No, I'm looking for an outstanding Asian citizen." Another true story. I'm not kidding. I was getting my... Well, wait. I was getting my car to go to the store the other day. I look in my rearview mirror as I leave my driveway, and I see what looks like a stray dog in the middle of the road. When I got back home, the dog was still there, but then my neighbor was standing near it. So I get out of my car, I go, "Hey, is that your dog?" He goes, "No, is it yours?" "Yeah, it's my dog. That's why I asked if it was your dog. Thought maybe we were sharing dogs and I was unaware of it." I make fun of everybody, but I got to tell you, I do the dumbest stuff in the world, man, especially the older I get. Here's something I do a lot. You ever be talking and the wrong voice fluctuation comes out? Feel like a big idiot? I was in this crowded coffee shop not too long ago. My friend is yelling at me from across the room. I meant to say, I'll come over there, but it came out, I'll come over there. How do you cover that up? I'll be over there with all my relatives from Holland over there, yeah. We'll be right over there. I never learned. I did the same thing with my wife the other day. She goes, I'm making meatloaf for dinner. I meant to say awesome, but it came out, oh, you know I hate your meatloaf. I'll be over there sleeping on the couch over there. Yeah, I'll be right over there. Where are the married folks here? Let's talk about that. I know we were talking earlier. Where's the married folks? Right there. Thanks. Why'd you bring that up? I was starting to have fun. I know I was talking earlier, I know Dylan. Dylan, is that your girlfriend or are you guys engaged? I was talking to Pastor Brad's son. Where you at, Dylan? Oh, there you are. Are you engaged to that girl? No. That was pretty loud. Do you have a microphone? What are you waiting for? Got you a good girl. He saw me talking to her earlier. I was talking to her for a while, and he comes up and goes, hey, what you doing? You know, this is my girlfriend, right? Didn't he? Did he not? Yes, he did. How you doing? You seen my girlfriend? Notice you're talking to my girlfriend. Dude, I'm 60 years old. Just get out of here, will you? We're just Facebook friends, that's all, okay? I'm exaggerating. Good-looking couple. I hope it works out for you. Who's engaged? Anybody engaged? Nobody? Right here? Okay. Where at? All right. Stand up, stand up, stand up. Yeah. There you go. What's your name, sir? Chris? Oh, I met you earlier, Chris. Yeah, I did, didn't I? You got a cousin named Chris? Chris, when's the wedding? Did you set a date? No? Okay. When did you propose? October 10th. That's awesome, man. Okay. What's your lovely bride-to-be's name? Huh? Kayla. Beautiful name, beautiful girl. Okay. I don't know if there's any other single guys. Oh, here we go. This guy's phone here. Go ahead, man. What was that? Oh, you going to answer it too? We know who wears the pants in this family. Did you see her grab that? Who was it, man? I could have got on there and had a good old time. All right. If there's any single guys here or engaged, you're going to learn a lot. Chris, you got to better listen to this. You're going to learn a lot in marriage. First of all, a man is incomplete until he's married, right? And then he's finished. Don't forget that. He's done. But you do have to have a good sense of humor in marriage, Chris. I was telling my wife the other day, I said, honey, you know guys like Tom Cruise are a dime a dozen. She goes, here's a nickel, get me 6. But you're going to learn a lot. You will learn a lot. First of all, Chris, one of the many things you will learn when you first move in with your wife is that there are 2 types of towels in the bathroom. Towels you can use if you want to dry off, and towels you can use if you want to get killed. Those are the good towels, and the good towels are just for company to look at. Don't ask what that means, just memorize it. Because I guarantee you, the first time you forget and she catches you, you're going to be walking around like Rain Man. Definitely shouldn't have used good towels, definitely shouldn't have used good towels. Uh-oh. Chris, I'll never forget the first time I learned about the good towels. My wife and I are both in the bathroom, standing at the sink. I just get done washing my hands. I happily start to reach for the closest towel. Doot, 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 doot. All of a sudden I hear, step away from the towels. It's my darling sweet wife looking a lot like Dirty Harry. I know what you're thinking, punk. Are those the good towels or the bad towels? Will you want to get lucky later, punk? Better be the bad towels. Oh, she'll hurt you bad if she doesn't kill you. And no court would convict her, because they know, especially a woman judge. He did what? He used the good towels after playing mud football. So you set him on fire while he was asleep. Well, that's self-defense. Community service. Oh, where do you start with what the women go through? Ladies, who's married to a snorer? Anybody married to a snorer in here? A few? Okay, all over the room. Ladies, isn't it true? You can talk to your husbands about it all you want. They don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean I snore? I think I know if I snored. But they don't know, because some of them snore so loud they wake themselves up. And they still don't know. They're like... Honey, wake up. I think there's somebody on the roof. I think they're ripping the shingles off the house. I'm serious. You going to go check? Now, my wife, she doesn't really snore, but every once in a while she's sleeping, her nostril gets stuck to the inside of her nose, so she turns into this party favor. Taxis are pulling up to our house. Sometimes it sounds like a B-52 coming out of the sky. Neighbors are in their pajamas found in the bomb shelter. She's having a really rough night, get all kinds of noises. My dog thinks we're going outside. Go back to sleep, Sparky. Oh, man, the other night it was driving me nuts, so I tried to plug it up. That's a lot of work for that little laugh, I'm going to tell you right now. You guys are fantastic. I joke a lot about marriage. I'll tell you, I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed to have the best wife in the world. I'll tell you what, too. You better enjoy marriage now, because according to the Bible, there is no marriage in heaven. Yeah, the Bible says there's no marriage in heaven. Doesn't say that about hell. Oh, come on, that's a good joke. Woo, that's a good joke right there. Somebody's getting saved tonight. Come on. Woo, I saved that for last. Did you notice that? I just report. That's all I do. I know you're going to be repeating that, Pastor. Jesus wasn't married, which is probably a good thing. I don't know. Things could have been different if Jesus had a wife. You think? Things could have been way different. Could you see Jesus if he had a wife? It'd be like, blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Will you stop finishing my sentences? I love my honey pie, man. I don't know how she comes up with stuff, though. I don't know. Every week. You know what she said to me the other day? You're a close talker. You're a close talker. I said, no, I'm not. Then I licked her face. My wife and I are complete opposites, man. Like, she's really sweet and people like her. But we're totally opposites, man. Like, she could say anything to anybody, okay? Not me, being a smart aleck. They always take it wrong. She could say anything. She could say to somebody, did you gain a bunch of weight? You know, I think I did. Thanks for that. Not me. I could be like, nice haircut. Shut up. So she's really sweet and people like her. I love her. But that doesn't mean there's not stuff I don't have to deal with. For instance, anybody else got a wife who answers a question with a question? Try dealing with that. Come on, guys. You got my back or not? Come on. My wife does that to me all the time, man. Answers a question with a question. I was looking for my oldest boy the other day. I said, honey, where's Dustin? I don't know. Where'd he go? He's in the backyard. Anything else I can help you with? Never get a specific answer. The other day I said to my wife, honey, where's the scissors? In the drawer. Good thing we only have one drawer in the entire house. I know exactly where that's at. I never learned. I was making myself something to eat the other day. I said, honey, how long do I keep these ribs in the oven? Till they're done. Can you say that again slower? I don't know where you ladies come up with some of this stuff. The other day I said to my wife, I got a rash on my back. She says, did you buy a new shirt? Are we still talking about the same thing? No, Dr. Oz, I didn't buy a new shirt. What kind of evaluation process is that? My elbow hurts. Did you open up a bag of apples? I can't breathe. Are you dead? Now, I know one thing you ladies do to your man on purpose. You totally take advantage of our terrible memory. Yes, you do, because you know that we have a terrible memory so bad that you'll even try to get us to believe stuff about ourselves that we should know is not true. For instance, the other day I said to my wife, honey, what's for dinner? She said, I made you a bean burger. I said, I don't like bean burgers. Yes, you do. Okay. I thought I didn't, but I guess I do. Thanks for reminding me that something I thought tasted like dung, I actually like. Not long after that, I was ready to go to my buddy's house to watch the ball game. I said, honey, I'm going to Ricky's house to watch the ball game. She says, no, you're not. We're going to my mother's for dinner tonight. I said, when did we discuss this? Last week, and you said, okay. Okay, must forgot. Hope we're adding bean burgers. Give yourself a round of applause for putting up with me for all that time, man. You guys are fantastic. I'm going to end with a fun little joke here in a minute, but I got to tell you, man, what a wonderful spirit. I don't know if I've ever seen, for my taste, in the Lord's, such a wonderful spirit, such a well-balanced. I knew when I met Pastor Brad, man, that this was going to be good because he's got, like, I don't know how many were at the service today, but I was telling about how he's got my sense of humor, my crazy sense of humor, but a good balance of ministry. You don't always see that, okay? And I love what you guys are doing with the haunted area over here. It's just right. It is exactly. It's exactly what's needed. Jesus called us to be fishers of men. You don't tell them what's on the hook. You don't tell a fish there's a worm, there's a hook on the end of that worm. You do it exactly the way you're doing it, man. And God's gonna, we'll see someday in the heavenlies what you did because, yeah, people need to see that Christians are fun people. They're normal people. They're fun. They like to, you know, they have this perception of us and God, and we got to break that. And the only way to do that is through personal things like this. So I hope I get to come back here. I have a feeling that I'm going to be able to come back here, man. This feel real at home here. So let me give a quick commercial. I know a lot of you already saw it, so I kind of almost ordered DVDs. So whatever you order over there, if you want my movie, The Grace Card or Heaven Bound, you're going to have to order it, but I'll get it to you really quick, okay? Just letting you know so I don't, in case anybody asks me there, I don't want a whole bunch of questions, but I'll tell you now. Because you know there's going to be one guy, here's a joke for you. Okay, that'd be great. I'd like to hear a joke right now. And what else? I got T-shirts, the Make America Laugh Again comedy tour that it starts next year. I got some T-shirts for that. That's something I hope to use to unify some folks because we need to be unified in this nation. I'm thinking if we could laugh together a little bit, maybe we could love each other a little bit more, okay? So I'm prayerfully doing that. Get your Make America Laugh Again. I'll autograph. And I got a couple other things over there. I don't know, has anybody seen Chonda Pierce's show with all the comedians Stand Up for Families on the Dove channel? I don't have those yet. They're sending them to me right now, so I'm taking pre-orders on that. Me and 6 or 7, and Shonda And 6 or 7 other comedians, including Michael Jr., one of my very favorites, is on that tape. So you can pre-order those and a couple other things, okay? Or you can go to my website, michaeljoyner.com. So that's just my little commercial, okay? I'm going to end with a little joke. And I truly, sincerely thank you, man. I have never been at a place so much that I just want to stay here, okay? I mean, man, just wonderful. There's a, you know, and it always starts at the top. It always starts at the top, okay? And God is going to give you that big building because you cannot be contained in this little space. I'm sorry. There's too much going on here. It's going to burst like at the seams, and I'm going to pray it comes sooner than you think, all right? And not just because I'm into bigger is better, but you know what? More people need to hear, okay? More people need to experience the true spirit of Christ. There's a lot of imbalance out there. It's going to happen. It will. Keep believing, keep trusting, keep giving, all right? So let me end with a little joke here, and I'll be over there at my merchandise table. By the way, all the money goes to feed the hungry, my 3 boys. Okay, did I tell you that? You guys have been wonderful, man. Here we go. Here's a little joke for you that I'm going to get out of here. Which one do I want to try? This is a good one. Okay, so this guy and this married couple. I'm always doing the married couples. This married couple, not the midget couple, this one. This married couple is, it's their anniversary day, and the wife wakes up and says, honey, I had a dream last night that somebody gave me a big diamond ring for our anniversary. What do you think that dream means? And he goes, you're going to find out tonight. Sure enough, he comes home from work. He gives her the gift. She opens it up. It's a book, How to Interpret Your Dreams. God bless you, folks. You're fantastic. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks, brother. I appreciate it, man. Good people.
Come on, can we stand up on our feet? If you can have some space around you, tell Michael Joyner you appreciate him, his spirit, his comedy tonight. Michael's a great guy. You can be seated just for another second, and then we're going to let you go tonight. It is about 3 minutes till 9 o'clock. Thank you for being here. We've got a few folks to thank. You know, nights like tonight don't just happen. There are a lot of people that work behind the scenes and make it all possible, and we want to thank those folks. First and foremost, I want to thank Jose. Jose, where are you at? Jose Henriquez right back there, and Kevin and some other folk, Kevin Rich. Jose, thank you, Kevin, for staying around today. Several others that stayed, but Jose heads up a ministry that just serves our church by setting up and tearing down for these kind of events. And we're just so thankful to him and his entire team for doing that. Thanks so much. I want to thank my wife, Erica, and for all of the ladies that helped her. Ladies, if you'll just stand up. If you helped decorate and get everything together today, will you just stand up back there, wave your hand? There's so many folks. I don't want to miss anybody. That's why I want you to stand up and tell these folks, thank you. They put these decorations on the table, and they've got some announcements to make about that in just a second. I want to thank Elise Simpson right back there. Elise, thank you for putting all of the table assignments together. That is not an easy job. We're always scared we're going to make somebody upset, but you guys have been absolutely wonderful, and she does a great job at that. We're so thankful. Also tonight, if you have been blessed by your servers and by those that have given you drinks and laid the desserts on your table and help you, we'd appreciate it if you do just like anywhere else that serves food and maybe leave a little tip on the table for them. As you can tell, $15 is a big, big bargain for a meal like this and entertainment like this. Wouldn't you say that? And people have said, you need to charge more, but we understand people with several in their family, it gets expensive. But this kind of meal entertainment is well worth $20, $25 even up per person. So at $15, we allow families to come, and it's a great, great value. But if you feel like you've been blessed tonight, and maybe you're going home with your side hurting a little bit because of all the laughing, and you've enjoyed the great food, if you don't mind, leave a little bit on the table for us, and we appreciate everything that you do to help us out tonight. And all of that will go towards the expenses of this event. It costs quite a bit to put this on, and we're just so thankful. We want to thank Mark Patera and all of his team in the kitchen one more time. Thank you guys, wherever you are. We are so, so thankful for you, and for our media team and all those folks that help out with that. We're thankful for that as well. Give us some instructions on these centerpieces, guys. Have we got them all sold? Okay, here it is. All right, here we are. Okay? Fantastic. So those centerpieces were for sale. We buy those with the intention of being able to sell them back to you, and that can just add to your holiday decorations at your home. So we're thankful for that. Okay? Can we all stand together tonight? We're going to pray and just close this time together. We want to wish everybody a Merry, Merry, Merry Christmas. We want to remind you there are no Wednesday night services or Thursday evening services this week or next week. And next Sunday morning, if you're in the house and you do not have a home church, maybe you came with family or friends, and maybe you don't go to church anywhere in the area, we know of a great church that you can be a part of. It's right down the street. It's a big brick church right down there. It's kind of round. No, I'm just kidding. It's right here. It's right here. And there's so much going on, so many ministries for you to be involved in, and we would just love for you to come and be a part of our family. So if you've enjoyed tonight and you don't have a home church, we want to encourage you to come back and give us a try. We believe God will bless you, and we want to be doing ministry together with you and helping to transform this community for Christ. So thank you once again. Merry Christmas to all. Next Sunday morning is our special 11 a.m. only Christmas Eve service. So we hope everyone will come back and be a part of that with us. Father, thank you for this night.